Hey there, guys. This is Chris Pace right here. And in this blockchain basics, we're going to be talking about what or who is actually Satoshi Nakamoto and why is he so important. A lot of you might know him as the guy from the memes. He's way more than that, and he's really relevant to this story. Now, just to make this clear, Satoshi, the guy in the picture, is not the real Satoshi. And I'll explain a little bit more about it right now. So, Satoshi Nakamoto, in a few words. Bitcoin was born in 2008, and the whole project was led by Satoshi Nakamoto along with some other authors. But here's the interesting thing. Satoshi Nakamoto is a pseudonym. It's not a person. It's actually a nickname for either a person or a group of people that worked in the shadows, that worked without revealing themselves fully to the world in this project called Bitcoin. They worked via email, alternating emails with some main programmers like Hal Finney. And they even have very famous emails where they said goodbye, like, hey, this project is in good hands, time for me to step back. And to be very candid, nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is. And in my opinion, it's even a little bit better that we do not know, because imagine being the leader of the cryptocurrency that has brought a lot of concern to all of the governments worldwide. This guy would have been either killed or prosecuted, or really would fear for his safety on a daily basis, right? So it was probably a smart move never to reveal who he actually was. Now, of course, with nobody knowing who he is or who they are, this brings some mystery, and you could spend thousands of hours on YouTube researching, and it gets very conspiracy theorist, and it's very fun. But what do we really know right now, or what we think we know? Okay. Some of the programmers that worked with Satoshi via email have described him as a 45-year-old Japanese man. Care to mention that they never saw him live. It's just what they thought they were, or who they were speaking with or interacting with via email, right? He actually was believed to be a libertarian, and he criticized capitalism really strongly, right? So if you didn't know this, inside the code of Bitcoin, they have found some phrases where you could see that whoever programmed it criticized the government and criticized the bailouts of the banks. So probably Satoshi has a little bit of a libertarian / capitalist background behind him, questioning a lot of good things. So a lot of the stuff happening, especially in the US. So that's another clue as to his identity, right? He was also working in what a lot of people described as an American or English schedule, right? So when he would reply to emails, etc., it wasn't like he gave the impression that he was in India. He was replying as if he was in an American or English schedule. And he used a lot of British words in his emails, and his wallet hasn't moved at all, right? He has 1 million Bitcoin, apparently, a lot of money stored in there. And that also gives us a clue, because if you had 1 million Bitcoin or a huge amount of money, whatever it was, in his wallet, and you haven't moved it for so many years, you're either extremely committed to this, you either have a lot of money, or you may be dead, maybe, right? You never know. So there's a lot of ongoing theories as of who Satoshi Nakamoto is. The first one is that it might have been Dorian Nakamoto, which is the person that you saw in this image right here, but that has been proven false. Nick Szabo, which was an informatic from the US, who was the first person to introduce smart contracts, he's also on the list, but he said he's not him, and a lot of people doubt that is him. My favorite theory is that Hal Finney, the last person that interacted via email with Satoshi, might be Satoshi Nakamoto. Why? Because Hal Finney unfortunately passed away around those times. So that would explain a little bit of why the wallet hasn't moved at all. So do a little bit of research on him. He's also been frozen. So he's waiting to be unfrozen sometimes when technology has enough resources to cure his sickness. So that gives me a little bit of, hey, maybe he had something to look up to in the future, or he knew what was coming. And there's, of course, a lot of crazy theories on maybe it's the CIA, maybe the CIA, maybe it's the Russians, maybe it's Elon Musk. Elon has said he is not Satoshi. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if I were to really put this in fewer words, I really hope we never find out, because that would give the Bitcoin movement an actual face and opinions. And I think the beauty of Bitcoin is that it belongs to everybody. Now, if you guys want to know more about this, leave me your comments right here below in this video. And also go to the website, blockchainentrepreneur.net, and we have a lot of information for you that you might find useful. So that's it for now. My name is Chris Pace, and let me know in the comments, who do you think Satoshi Nakamoto is? See you on the next video.